fans, and welcome to another episode of Silver Screams Reacts. Today, we have a wonderful, wonderful treat. It is the first full trailer for Sadako versus Kayako, which is, for those of you who don't know who those two characters are, respectively,
The Ring versus The Grudge.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight. It's a magical day in Horrorland. I'm so happy.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it.
Boom. And we're fucked.
This is called video tracking. I remember that.
I did it in the ancient pet. Fuck. She's dead.
I wish I could be Japanese.
Something Noel something.
I imagine it's together for the first time. Some sort of
horror. Why do they still have a VCR?
That is an excellent. That is the real mystery. There's the house. Oh, Toshio.
Why do they still have?
Oh, and right on cue, the cat wanders in. Quiet, you.
何してるの？ここにいるのはかやこ、としお。
何する気？どうやって私たちを助けてくれるの？
So the well is on the same property as the house. Oh god.
Well, the effects have certainly gotten better from the first one.
We're doomed. Goodbye. That's some really peppy music.
Okay, I think I see what they're going for.
Fighting back.
Sadako versus Kayako.
Okay, I think I get the tone. This is clearly meant to be a cartoonish romp. I get it now. Like I wasn't sure if they were gonna play it straight when the first teaser trailer was released, but that was very cartoonish. Like even when Toshio grabbed that guy and was like stretching his neck, this is a cartoon. This is a cartoon. But that being said,
it could be one of those misguided things where it's like, here's two franchises. It could be a Freddy versus Jason, where they try to make it work, and then it's just like, there's nothing good in this except for people getting slaughtered.
Freddy versus Jason actually works a lot better than most people give it credit for, and it knows what it is. I'm not going to say that everything in it is great, and if you compare it to the best in both franchises, it does really fall short in terms of like substance, but as a cartoonish, actiony, silly romp, it is really, and again, there are some problems. I have some notes. there are lots of issues with it, but it really does. It is better than it has any right to be. It could have been great, but it's not.
Cue up
the
Adele.
worst.
We could have had it all rolling in the deep, etc.
It's not the worst thing that could have happened to either franchise. It's actually kind of a highlight in both of them. This one, it's a little different because, and granted, not every entry in both of these franchises are all that great, but both of these franchises are held up in such high regard and there's a lot of meat to them. There's a lot of really good stuff in both of these ghost stories. And so it is a little odd to see these two, like, who are about to go at it, to be so cartoonish about it. That being said, anytime a horror mashup happens, it knows exactly what it's going to be, and I don't think I've ever seen a serious horror mashup.
I think the closest we got was AVP, and let's be real here.
I will say again, I don't think I've ever seen a serious horror mashup. So now I kind of have a better idea of what to expect, and as somebody who's completely removed from stuff, what do you think when you see this?
Well, I won't be watching it, but I won't sleep if I do. So that's
Does it really look that scary? Like it's got the rock guitar music and
it
eyes are bulging
doesn't have
out.
to look that scary. It's fine in the daytime, and then you turn all the lights out to go to bed, and it's like, oh, this is the part where I die. Doesn't help that I have a cat. Very loud
Which,
cat who sleeps in the
again,
same room with me.
I will make a confession for those of you online who haven't heard this story. When I saw the American version of The Grudge, I saw it on Halloween, and that was the last year I went trick-or-treating because I was acting as a chaperone for a couple kids.
This
And
story.
sure enough, as we were walking, while I was getting ready, my friend called my cell phone and started doing the story.
I was not the friend in question. This was before
No.
we knew each other.
Yeah, this was before we met. And then we definitely passed a cat on our route. I won't tell the whole story because
Really? Because the last part's the best part.
All right, I'll go ahead and tell the whole story.
Story
So-
time, ladies and gentlemen.
Legit story time then. So seeing the movie had me a little on edge to say the least, and my friend didn't help, and seeing the random cat didn't help. And then we turn a corner, and she and her siblings are already halfway up the driveway, and I shrugged and I was like, I'll let them get this one, whatever. And I turn around and there are three gentlemen, shall we say,
Gentlemen.
in costumes, just standing there staring at me, and I'm
All
like,
with masks.
all with masks on. One had a Freddy Krueger mask, one had one of those mesh hood things so you can't see his face, and then the other one had a Freddy Krueger mask. And so I'm like, I probably know these guys. It's a small town. I probably know these guys from school. So I was like, hey, Freddy, what's up? There's nothing. They're just staring at me, and I'm like, oh, dear. So one of them starts reaching out towards me like this. Fight or flight kicked in, and I hit him in the face with my candy bag, and then I did it again, and the next thing I knew, all three of them were running down the street, and my friend was laughing at me, and the only thing I could think to say was, yeah, you better run. Shut up.
How far into your trick-or-treating were you at this point?
This was like about halfway through, so
So
we're
you got,
we're into it.
15 pounds of candy in the bag.
Yeah, it was, and it made
It's a bludgeon.
It made an audible smack when it hit him, like cartoonish sound when it happened. So, anywho, so the Grudge does hold, even though that's not the original Grudge, it was the American remake. It was my introduction to the franchise, and it does hold a special place in my heart because I'm like, that, you got under my skin, movie. Not a whole lot of movies can do that anymore, so well done. You kept me up at night on Halloween. I did not sleep. It was great.
See, and hearing that, I'm not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
That's different, though. That's different, though. It's different.
No.
They
not
played it
really.
seriously, and it was the same
No.
director as the original as well.
I'll totally buy the song from the trailer, but no.
It was a good song.
It's
It was a good song. All right. Any final thoughts? I just, it feels so
I
different.
look forward to your reaction.
I just wasn't expecting something so cartoonish because the CGI is really cartoonish. I understand campy and I understand over the top. I just wasn't expecting that level of cartoony. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun.
Yes.
And I'm very much looking forward to subtitles. Subtitles would be fantastic. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Katie, where can people go if they want to keep up with you?
On Twitter at Kiaxet. That's Kiaxet.
And I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter at the Menguin. That's TheMenguin. Be sure to follow Silver Screams on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. That's Silver_Screams. And we'll have some more coming for you guys pretty soon. Let us know, what did you think of the trailer? And did either The Ring or The Grudge ever give you nightmares?
Tell us your best trick-or-treating stories.
Ooh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Mine was when we did the monks from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It was my 3 friends, and then my little brother and his 2 friends, and we made them go up the walk first so that they could ring the doorbell, and by the time the people at the house had come out, and this is when we lived in Cheyenne, and everyone had really long sidewalks. We were living on base. The 3 of us would be in a line, Jesu Domine, whack, while walking up. We got so much candy that year because I don't think any of the adults were expecting us to do what we did. So it's like,
It's a great
ooh,
reference.
I like you. We made bank.
I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna be for Halloween this year. I kind of did it half-heartedly this past year. I recycled a costume, so it'll be,
It was a weird year.
yeah. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you all next time.